Remember that magazine article back in the 80s?
Byron Walker Wildlife Area is the only Kansas public land named after a former manager, and its namesake is still alive. Byron, now 89, is a resident of Wheatland's Healthcare Center in Kingman, and he's still a wildlife enthusiast. And he has great memories of working at the old Kingman Wildlife Area that now bears his name. Byron and current area manager Troy Smith are good friends, linked to this same land and mission through their jobs. Listening to their stories is an interesting study of how management strategies can change over decades.
The Byron Walker Wildlife Area is just over 80 years old. Byron moved in 1947, and I moved in 1992, and we both faced a completely different set of biological conditions. And the work we've done has been set by those conditions. A lot of what Byron had to do was development of the area, adding wildlife habitat from grassland type habitat to woody habitat.
Back then, Byron planted trees by the tens of thousands to create woody cover on the bare prairie.
They didn't have trees out here when the white man come out here. Grassland.
And he stayed with hardy tree species that could endure the hot prairie summers.
Mostly shrubs. No big trees at all. Mulberries and Osage orange. Catalpas is what the old timers really planted. Now they're 50 years old and full maturity and really have defeated some purposes, most purposes, simply because they're too big and too, well, they're squirrel cover and that's about it.
And that's why Smith is currently removing many trees on the area.
Since I moved in, a lot of that habitat is more mature, and the emphasis that I've been on is backing that successional stage up, dealing with older stands of grass, older stands of timber. I've been having to open things up, provide ground level openings, and back that grassland up so that it was more conducive to produce wildlife.
Many old-timers remember this public land as the quail farm, pointing to another change in game management thinking. Back then, Byron raised quail for stocking into the Kansas countryside. Now, pheasants and quail are no longer stocked by the agency.
Well, we raised around 18 to 22,000 quail every year and released them over the state. And they had exhibition pens built. We tried to get about 14 or 15 different species of pheasant and quail. This one proved to be real attractive, and it was a sales pitch for the program.
Remembering wildlife he saw on the area, Byron recalls one special day for pheasants.
One time, I was driving around the area, and as I come to the north end of the lake, I started counting cock pheasants. Well, hen pheasants too. As I went west around the old boundaries, there was only 1,400 acres in the 14 to 1,500 acres at that time. By the time I got around the area and back to the highway, I'd counted 80-some pheasants.
Though you wouldn't see that now, Smith is balancing the area's habitats to make it attractive for all kinds of wildlife. And hunters from all over the U.S. and Canada now visit Byron Walker Wildlife Area for its great hunting. Byron is pleased to have his life's work and dedication honored by naming the area after him. He always encouraged Kansans to hunt, fish, and camp for the experience it offers.
Man still belongs to nature whether he wants to believe it or not. everybody's got a little bit of Daniel Boone in them and a place to camp. They really don't realize it until they get the opportunity. I spent 25, 30 years out here on the game area. Raised 4 kids, put them through college. Had a good looking wife. There was nothing about it that I envy somebody else for what he's done.
As for Troy, he's grateful for Byron's knowledge of the former area in management.
It's been invaluable to have Byron here in Kingman, available, and he's come out a number of times to help me with issues. I can call him, ask him a question, and he's been real good about remembering things from the past that help me with my management now.
And work will continue to make Byron Walker Wildlife Area the best that it can be. I'm Mike Blair for Kansas Wildlife Parks and Tourism.